Hey everyone, welcome back guys, Excalibur here, and in this video I'm going to discuss one of the best heroes I'm building right now, which is Bloodthirsty Betty, or Therapist of Blood Betty. So if you are not new to the game, you one of the OGs that had like Starwing Jara. So what's so special about Starwing Jara? Well, she is one of the top heroes in the game back in the day that can control. So what's control? Basically a control effect. It's an effect that certain heroes in the game will give, which will prevent the enemy team from doing certain attacks, like basic attacks, active attacks, counter, or extra attacks. Basically, this is a control effect that will just paralyze the enemy team for your team to do a lot of damage while the enemy team is just frozen. They can't do any kinds of active. Jara used to be a very great hero, and if you are a beginner, you can still use her. I used her. I even built like a full core for her. She was my first hero that I really loved building and giving her like upgrades and stuff. But with the new heroes coming to the game, she seemed really irrelevant. So I switched from Jara and I went for Aspen as the main homeowner, and a new hero hit the game, Betty. So when Betty hit the game, I was skeptic at first because I didn't really understand her skills, I didn't really understand what she can do. And now we can build her a Transcendus form, which is a Therapist of Blood Betty. She's a mage, of course, because mages give these certain skills, like special skills like control effects and stuff. So she have that skill. She is the greatest predecessor to Starwing Jara. Why? Well, she have a lot of unique skills, but we are interested in what she can do or what she can reflect on the enemy team that will give you progress, especially in modes like Void Campaign, in modes like Void Vortex, and any mode that can benefit you getting a lot of damage and freezing the enemy team, or just paralyzing or disabling the enemy team for your advantage. And she is a pro at that. When you give her the right upgrades, she can really be useful. So let's go over her build, her skills, and what you can get really from Betty. So before I begin, Betty really helped me to achieve a lot of progress in the Void campaign. She helped me clear like the stages, full stages, like the full 3 stage. I was able to put it down with Betty. I couldn't do any progress, but she helped me to clear the whole stage. She's a solid hero. Alright, enough with talking, let's go with the skills. So this is her original design. I have the skin, but just want to show you her original design. It's really awesome, I really like it. It's dark, it's evil, just the purples with the red, the white, the blacks. It's really awesome, it really looks great, I love it. But for the sake of this video, let's just go and put this Easter skin, which, yeah, it's a Mid-Autumn Festival skin. This is the only skin she have. It gives like holy damage, control, immunity, and speed. Really, really good. Not that greatest, but it's good. Alright, let's go over her active. Her active skill, she will give damage to backline enemies. Afterwards, releases Hemotherapy on survived enemies in order from highest to lowest, based on their attack. So, Hemotherapy is repeatedly released in the duration of an active skill. Its effect changes gradually. What's this skill? What is the Hemotherapy? Whatever. Deals damage to the target and inflicts damage. Yeah, we are not using her for the Hemotherapy. But what we are interested in is she have 100% chance to blood binding twine the target for 2 rounds. This is what we love Betty for. What is the blood-binding twine that she will inflict on the enemy team for 2 rounds. Well, it's a control effect. So control effects have different names, like fear, like twine. There's like a lot of names for it. Let me check. One moment. All right. So, yeah. For example, all right. Whatever, guys. So, just to wrap this up, we have like control skills. We have like shape shifting. We have who else? Yeah, we have doves. We have twine. There's like different names for control effects. So the control effect basically it will disable the enemy team, so they are unable to release basic attacks, extra attacks, or counter attacks. And at the end of each round, the inflictor bleeds the target, dealing damage for 2 rounds. So it's not only the twine. She will not only control the enemy team, she will also inflict bleed. What's bleed again for the new players? Well, it's a dot. Dot is an acronym for damage over time. So basically, when the rounds is gone by, the enemy inflicted with bleed will keep bleeding. Yeah, it's as simple as this. It will take more damage with each round while it's effect. So when bleed is inflicted, what happened? Alright, sorry about that. When bleed is inflicted, it will cause damage once. During its effectiveness, it will cause damage at the end of each round. So basically, when you see like these red marks on the top of the enemy team, these red squares that you see on the enemy team, which I explained in a different video, which is like buffs and debuffs, this is bleed. So the enemy team is taking more damage while this mark or this damage over time mark is existing on the enemy team. Alright, so this is why we love Betty, for the twine and for the bleed. So again, the twine, basically the targets that are inflicted with twine, they are unable to release attacks, basic attacks, extra attacks, or counter attacks. And at the each of each round, they will get bled as well. Awesome, right? Alright, so another awesome skill is the superfluous oblation. What is this? Alright, this skill is really awesome. So when self has more than 100 energy, triggers Scarlet Therapy. So without consuming any energy, dealing damage equal to 50% of its original damage, the effect which can be triggered up to 1 time each round. Basically, this skill, or this passive skill, will be triggered and it will consume no energy at all. Alright, what is it exactly? Superfluous Oblation is at the beginning of each battle, or when self is in the battle as a substitute, superfluous Oblation cannot be triggered. Alright, so basically, this passive skill will be triggered and it will be used without consuming any kind of energy. So it's a free attack, basically. It's like a cheat. Alright, so when she gets like 100 energy, she will just do a passive skill without consuming any kind of energy at all, which is giving like more damage. Awesome, right? Yeah. Alright, last skill is basically the same one. Increases self all damage reduction by 6% for 2 rounds and restores self 10 energy for every 1 twined enemy. So if she twined the whole enemy team, that's 60 out of 100 energy. And also she's gaining all damage reduction. That's really amazing. So she can survive more and she can generate her own energy. It's a self energy feed. And at the end of each battle of each round, deals damage equal to 30% of the target lost HP to each twined enemy. It's not like the greatest, but hey, it's giving you more damage to the enemy team, especially in these late rounds. This would really matter. Additionally, it reduces the rest of enemies' control immunity by 4% for 2 rounds. Basically, control immunity, it will just make the enemy team like are not able to be controlled. So this is control immunity, basically. When she reduces this control immunity on the enemy team, it gives her more chance to inflict her control effect on the enemy team. Again, the twine is one of the names of the control effects. So heroes that are twined, they were unable to release their active skill, basic attacks, extra attacks, or counter attacks. Basically, they are just useless. Alright, these are her skills. So let's just go quick over her skills again. So what we use her for is the bleed and the twine. So the twine, it's a control effect which allows her to control the enemy team, so they won't be able to attack your team, and she will bleed them as well, as long as they are twined, of course. And we have the superfluous relation, which is another passive skill that will be triggered and used without using any energy. So when she have like 100 energy, she will just trigger more attack without even using her energy, and she will also increase her own all damage reduction. Alright, this is Blood Betty, as I call her. So Betty basically is a new awesome successor to Starwing Jara. If you are a beginner, I don't know, it's really your choice. Would you rather go with Jara, which is really a solid hero, she helped me a lot, but later in the game, the speed is just stupid. So, when you get later in Void Campaign, Jara's speed gets really slower, so she cannot move, she cannot progress more. And let's check one more thing. Alright, so what you cannot do is, let me check here. So, I had Jara for a very long time, and let me tell you, her like, yeah, she have a really, it's not the greatest tenants, they are the same as Aspens, but I would suggest that you go with Betty instead. So, Betty is not going to be like your main homeowner, she is not a main homeowner material, she is just there to support your team and give you control over the enemy team. But what makes her better is that she have her tenants are new heroes. So new heroes in the game like Patricia, like this dude over here, and it's really awesome. She have like different options, different awesome options to be honest. So this is hero which is like everyone is using nowadays. Patricia, like some of the everyone basically used her, and most of like YouTubers have her. And this like the new, I don't remember this hero's name, I didn't even I just got back to the game, but yeah, it's really awesome that you have like new tenants, so you don't have to build like old tenants to support her. And yeah, so do you really want to push her? All I care about really is the speed, so that's why I'm using like 5 stars till I build like Transcendence heroes for her. Alright, so let's go over her build. What stone should you use on her? Well, currently I'm using Speed Precision. Is it the best? I don't really know. Might be not, but what you can do is you can use her with any speed stone. She is really awesome with speed. Speed attack is really a great one. You can use it. Speed Precision, I really use this stone and it's really awesome for me. It's doing great. So it increases her chance for landing her actives and controlling the enemy team. You can use attack speed attack one, or attack recurrent damage for like modes that you need her for damage. But a general build, I'll just go with speed HP or attack speed or speed precision, whatever works. Just a speed stone is going to work perfectly for you. As for the gear, I have here a 3-star Soul Resonance. This is the max level gear I can get for her. Alright, so for the artifact, well, there is a debate, okay? You can use like Ruby Scepter if you want to. It's really ancient, no one uses it anymore. But the best artifact for her is Elusive Mirror. Merely for the energy feed. Okay? So at the end of each round, restores all allies 15 energy. At the beginning of each battle, all damage dealt is going to be increased by 4.5%, which was really awesome if you're going to use her in long fights with someone who's using like a Ruby Scepter or something. Really awesome artifact. HP, speed, and energy, everything that she needs basically. So this is like the best artifact. You can use like a crown, a golden, a purple fan, Specious Loki Cat. Like the new artifacts works good with her, but I would suggest that you use the Elusive Mirror because it's really awesome. It's working great with her. As for the enables, really depends on the situation, but mainly this is what I use her for, like speed, protection, control, speed, and unbending well. This is like the average build for all heroes, which works in every situation. But you can go crazy, like you can build her tanky if you want her tanky, but I would just rather to leave her on speed. For the enables, yeah, precision works fine, but I would suggest that you go with like control immunity, damage reduction block, or armor. Works both ways. You can use her with armor, damage reduction, and control immunity. It's really awesome. Just you need her defensive so she can survive and keep controlling the enemy team. And yeah, so for the core, yeah, her core is really awesome. Let's go check it because I don't really have it right now, but yeah, core of origin, Beatty's core. Right, let's check here. That's Luna's, that's Melissa. Wow. Yeah, here we go. So her core basically is going to enhance all her skills, considering her like damage reduction. She would reduce the enemy energy by 10, and she have a 50% chance to reduce more energy, which is really awesome. So the enemy team will not able to release active skills. Couple that with the twine and the bleed, and the enemy team's chance of inflicting active skills is going to be thinner. Should you go for her core, I would suggest that you stay like late game, unless you are a whale and you have tons of chests. Then yeah, you can go for it. As for the skills, yeah, the active skill is a must. The second passive is really awesome. Yeah, so yeah, the last passive as well works, but I'll just go for the active and the second passive, which is really great. It will help you a lot. Alright guys, so I think this is going to be it. Yeah, you should put her in a house just for the speed. This is just a tip. You just need like nothing crazy, just 5 stars to give her like speed. So that's all you care about in a house. And that will be it. So let me know guys what do you think. And this guide have been like a very long time in recording. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to do this guide for a very long time because I really love this hero and I've been working with her, like doing like clears in different modes using her, and she's been really awesome. So I just wanted to show you how to build her if you are interested. And yeah, so this will be it guys with this video. If you please like this video, subscribe man, let's reach 1k, and yeah, hope you guys have a beautiful day or night, and peace out.